The top stories for the hour. UK Special Representative says the African Climate Summit has been extremely positive and solution-focused. And Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam said to reshape geopolitics in the Horn of Africa. Hello and very warm welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism with Zanusam Biniam Getana along with the editor and technical crew. Stick around, now the news in full. Ethiopian delegation visits China to advance date restructuring and strengthen economic cooperation. Beijing, China, September 2022-2025. A high-level Ethiopian delegation led by Dr. Ethiopia-China, governor of the National Bank of Ethiopia, is visiting China this week to engage with key government and commercial partners. The delegation will hold discussions with senior officials from the Ministry of Finance of China, People's Bank of China and Exim Bank, as well as leading financial and commercial institutions. Building on the recently concluded debt restructuring agreement with the Official Creditor Committee, co-chaired by China and France, this visit seeks to accelerate Ethiopia's restructuring efforts. The delegation will also provide updates on the progress of Ethiopia's homegrown economic reform agenda, explore future investment projects, and reaffirm Ethiopia's commitment to strengthen ties with its Chinese partners. This visit underscores the long-standing partnership between Ethiopia and China and reflects the shared commitment to advancing mutual economic cooperation and building a stronger foundation for future collaboration. Meanwhile, mass rallies held in Harare region and the Redwa city administration have taken place to celebrate the successful completion of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, a project widely regarded as a symbol of Ethiopia's unity, resilience and determination. The nationwide celebration have been ongoing since September 9, when the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam was officially inaugurated near its site in the Benishangul Gumuz region. GERD has been financed by Ethiopia through domestic revenue, bond issues and contribution from citizens living abroad, highlighting national ownership and collective effort behind its realization. In Harare, residents from both rural and urban districts gathered under the theme "We Did It in Unity" to express solidarity and appreciation. Demonstrators held the dam as a trophy of victory and a timeless heritage and a pillar of unity and prosperity built through the strength of Ethiopians. Likewise, thousands of residents in Redwa took to the street, later converging at the city's main stadium, and participants carried banners and chanted slogans emphasizing collective achievements, including "It's my dam" and "Abai has been harnessed for Ethiopia's development and prosperity." Senior regional and city officials also joined the rallies, reinforcing the sense of national pride and ownership. As the news continues, the United Nations, African Union and European Union have reaffirmed their commitment to peace and sustainable development in Africa, pledging deeper cooperation to end conflict, support stability and tackle global challenge from death to climate change. Meeting at UN headquarters in New York on the margins of the General Assembly high-level weeks on Sunday, the leaders of three organizations issued a joint communique after their sixth trilateral meeting. They reiterated the support for multilateralism as the most effective way to address today's challenge, stressing adherence to the UN Charter and voiced concern over rising disregard for international humanitarian law and human rights worldwide. Much of the communique focused on African crisis, notably the devastating war in Sudan, now in its third year. The three organizations called for intensified collective support to secure an immediate cessation of hostilities and sustainable solution through inclusive political dialogue. They also pledged stronger coordination in the Sahel, where violence by armed groups continue to destabilize communities, and reaffirmed support for reconciliation and development efforts.
Habaye afisuko hadiye ugudina Habaye afisuko hadiye ugudina Ashu ashu ina tombor tankinsona
Hadiye አባቶች ደግሞ እንጨት ያዘጋጃል። እናቶች ሄደው አንድ ቀን ይዛ ይሰራሉ። አሻም
ኤሌለ ማቾ ማኢንቶሞ
አየዶ ማነዳ በምርቃት ላይ ሀዲያ የበሬ ሻኛ ሁን የኮርማ ሻኛ ሁን
ውርጩም ተወገደ ጨለማውም ራቀ
ሀበይ አፊሱኮ ያሆዴ ጉዲና
ከማረቅ ሀዲ ሃሬችን ያሆዴ ጉድ ከኢለጌናኒስ አነነ ያኳኒ ሞሶሮ ቶሞኔ መቶኔ ቶሞኔ ለሞኔ ሀዲ ቀረንቺ ቀረሞይ ኮይ ሁንዲም ዮበዮን ዋቻምቤሮ ሀዲ ነፈረን ደናሚስ ይሰከሙ
Welcome back. You're still on EBC World. Moving to another story. UK's Special Representative for Climate, Rachel Kite, said Second African Climate Summit was extremely positive and solution-focused. Following reductions in the global climate funding, the summit was thought to focus on mobilizing climate finance, which, according to Kite, was rewarding. Santayo has more.
The Second Africa Climate Summit, which was held between September 8 and 10, 2025 in Addis Ababa, was solution-oriented. UK's Special Representative for Climate, Rachel Kite, told ABC World.
First of all, the atmosphere has been extremely positive and all solution-focused. But I've sat in a number of meetings around growing carbon markets, so helping African countries benefit from the nature and their ability to sequester carbon. So I think the possibility of growing carbon markets is very important and large scale. I've sat in all kinds of meetings around bringing new finance to help with creating clean cooking in schools so that children get fed, emissions come down, and we can help education systems do better. I've sat in meetings about really large scale infrastructure projects and how to sequence the assistance and then the investment, and it's all about how to stimulate investment. So I think it's been a constructive conference.
Following reductions in the global climate funding, the summit was sought to focus on mobilizing climate finance, which, according to Kite, was rewarding.
Well, so I think what the summit has done very well is focus on priorities. So obviously clean energy infrastructure, which is a big story in Ethiopia, is important. So this means that countries need to have the regulations in place that would allow the infrastructure to develop and to be invested in, that will help carry green electrons, so clean energy, around the country. This is also a place where we need to invest in distributed renewable energy, so off-grid energy for far remote populations, because it's cheaper to get energy there that way than it is perhaps to extend the grid. And also we have the issue of clean cooking. So we have still millions of African women in particular cooking in a way which is dangerous to the health of their children and to themselves, which deforests the landscape. And this is an investable proposition as well, because technology has advanced and markets have advanced.
On the role of the UK in the global climate change mitigation efforts, she said the UK's first responsibility is to manage own emissions.
Now we have an extremely ambitious timeline and commitment to becoming a net zero, so to putting our economy in balance with the planet. And that means that we are, first of all, driving our energy system to be carbon neutral. So by 2030 we will have a clean electricity system and we will have a clean energy system not long thereafter.
The UK government is also helping other countries manage their climate transitions through various programs including sharing experience, attracting private investment from London's financial sector into countries such as those in Africa. The UK has historically focused on clean energy infrastructure, forest protection and investing in sustainable agriculture to maintain and grow yields despite climate change, and advancing clean cooking across East Africa, including Ethiopia, she noted.
So all kinds of financial innovation and funds for forest conservation and protection. I think a lot of work on sustainable agriculture and how do we maintain agricultural yields and grow them when the weather is when the climate is changing as much as it is. Finally, I think things like clean cooking, where we're working around East Africa and the whole East Africa community, but also in Ethiopia. And I think we're also interested in building out the business models for distributed renewable energy. And of course, you know, Ethiopia is an extraordinary country and it is enormous renewable energy wealth. But you know, we are a partner to Ethiopia and to make sure that communities across the whole country get access to energy as well. And so Ethiopia is not only an answer to the energy issues that the whole region experiences, but is also able to distribute that energy effectively to all of its people.
That was Sentayo Tamra for the report. Moving forward, Ethiopians across the nation are celebrating the inauguration of the self-financed Grand Renaissance Dam, a milestone held as a symbol of unity and prosperity. Many believe the project will ease power shortage and spark hope across key sectors. Meanwhile, international observers say the dam is reshaping the region's geopolitics balance far beyond power generation. Goshu Meleso has compiled the full story.
The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, built through the determination and vision of the Ethiopian people, rises proudly on the Blue Nile. Africa's largest hydroelectric project stands as a symbol of progress, hope and energy for millions. For nearly 15 years, Ethiopians have poured resources, sweat and vision into this dream. Today, the turbines spin, the reservoir fills, and a nation celebrates. Beyond Ethiopia's borders, eyes are watching on the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. A foreign media, International Observer, and AllAfrican.com reported that the balance of power is being reconsidered and the shift is underway. Speaking to the Observer, residents said the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is just more than an infrastructure project.
For us Ethiopians, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is more than just an infrastructure project. It is the embodiment of our life force and sacrifice. It is a structure the people of Ethiopia can be truly proud of. It will radically change the destiny of our country.
We hope to see changes. I do remember the joy we felt 5-6 years ago when the first stage of water accumulation began. The view into the dam's reservoir fills us with pride. We're confident that better times are ahead. We're very happy. We contributed money to the construction. We gave what we could. The dam is our lifeline.
For the business community, electricity is a matter of survival. Generators eat up budgets and customers live. A stable power supply is the key to success.
The main problem we face is electricity. Due to frequent outages, we spend up to 50,000 birr a week just on fuel for the generators. When the water from the Abai River flows through this dam, we believe we'll be able to double our capacity. The dam is really a miracle. Fuel is expensive, even with generators. Power outages are devastating to business. Customers leave when their orders aren't ready. But now we have hope. We believe the dam will solve this problem.
Ethiopia is trying to convince everyone that the hydroelectric power station is beyond politics. Those who support the dam see it as a common good that unites the country.
It is the property of our country's treasure. I may have 1,000 reasons to criticize Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, but this dam is above criticism. It belongs to Ethiopians. The people of Sudan and Egypt must view this project not through the prism of foreign interference. No external power should dictate to us Africans how to divide our waters. Mutual benefit, not mistrust, should define our vision. This dam is not just for Ethiopia, but for all of Africa.
The Director General of the Public Coordination Office said the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is a game changer in power generation and it will not harm Ethiopia's neighbors.
We will provide energy to critical agricultural facilities, not only in Ethiopia, but also in our neighbors. We have already begun exporting electricity to Sudan and Djibouti and are receiving foreign currency revenue.
AllAfrican.com, the web-based news site, reported that the GERD is a self-funded project, described it as a symbol of unity and prosperity. It is to be recalled that the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam was inaugurated by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed with the presence of neighboring leaders on September 9, 2025.
And now finally, members of the diplomatic community residing in Addis Ababa have expressed their admiration on the immense potential of Ethiopia's cultural diplomacy. At an energetic presentation of Ethiopia's cultural heritage filled with traditional music, dances and costumes, diplomats gathered on Friday to take part in a special show by the Keen Ethiopian Arts and Cultural Group. Kasaon Chane takes us through that.
A dazzling display of Ethiopian culture left the diplomats spellbound last night, reigniting discussions on our country's path for growing cultural diplomacy and fostering stronger global relationships. The Keen Ethiopia Arts and Cultural Group staged a performance showcasing vibrant traditional music, dance and costumes, captivating the audience of international representatives. During the occasion, Burundian ambassador to Ethiopia, Willie Nyamityu, expressed his gratitude for the invitation, showing his deep appreciation for Ethiopian culture.
Culture can bring people together. If we go to culture, we can pull together instead of fighting. So people-to-people diplomacy, this is the best way to promote it. So this is the reason why I was so excited to be here, and the show is on another level. It's really amazing. So I mean, I can assure you that everybody here is excited to watch this high-level, showcase of culture.
This regard, the commitment of Ethiopia to leveraging its cultural assets would play a crucial role in enhancing its image on the global stage, he pointed out, noting the growing significance and potential of cultural diplomacy to foster mutual understanding and respect among nations. Deputy Ambassador of Nigeria to Ethiopia, Maxi Ogbede, echoes similar sentiments, praising the rich cultural heritage shared across Africa.
Wonderful event, wonderful show, very rich. The whole of Africa, we share the same culture. We have common cultural heritage. It's rich. Africa is rich in culture and tradition. And tonight we've seen one of the wonderful, very wonderful culture of Ethiopia, which you can sell to the whole of the world. This culture is very marketable. We can take it to the rest of the world to promote the rich tradition and heritage of Ethiopia and Africa in general. So what you've done tonight, I mean, is showcasing Africa to the world. And I think this is Africa.
On his part, Brigadier General Sharifur Islam, the Bangladesh military attaché in Ethiopia, expressed his gratitude for the successful cultural show for members of the diplomatic community, noting the unique blend of cultures displayed through the performances.
It was a very successful event. Almost all the diplomats of Addis Ababa were present, and we really enjoyed the Ethiopian culture. It's a showcase of very rich heritage and very rich culture, because as you already know that Ethiopia is the land of origin, so it has an history, very long history. And the tradition and the culture is really unique.
The Brigadier General also noted the potential for increased cultural exchanges between Ethiopia and Bangladesh, particularly following the inauguration of direct flights between Dhaka and Addis Ababa.
Now a recap of the top stories once again. UK Special Representative says the African Climate Summit has been extremely positive and solution-focused. And the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is said to reshape geopolitics in the Horn of Africa. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for now. You've been watching EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism from the capital, Addis Ababa. Stay connected with the latest development. Enjoy the rest of the program. Goodbye.